And welcome to another Magical Moon video, and as promised we've brought you to some special places, and this is our first one of a few, and we are at a lovely sanctuary, a cat haven I have to say, with lovely Kate here who is rescuing these
crazy cat lady.
Beautiful cats.
She is Catwoman.
She is
Yes.
Catwoman, absolutely.
Not just cat, we've had puppies and dogs as well, but mostly cats at the moment, yeah.
So how many cats have you got at the moment, Kate?
I've just got just over 70 altogether, so about a lot of cats. About 25 kittens and about 40 adults, 50 adults, yeah. But all the kittens normally, hopefully, will go into new homes in the next few weeks.
And how do you find yourself getting all these cats? Where do they come from?
They appear from all sorts of places. So a lot of people finding them in garages, in barns, in the woods. I've had people, they just turned up at their house. Lots of people dumping them in cardboard boxes in front of gates, in front of front doors. I've had one woman call me, the kitten's actually already left, she'd been adopted already, but one woman saw the car pulling away in front of her house and they just chucked it out the window.
Because it's a problem, isn't it? I know it's a problem sort of all over the world with cats, as we know, but it's a problem in France, and it was sort of
really
your thing, you getting them neutered and spayed.
Yeah, so they're all the adults as they come in, they're all wormed to start with, basically, when they come in. Then I get them tested for all the big cat diseases. Then they're all sterilised, vaccinated, ID chipped, and they all go up for adoption. So, and in the last year, we've taken in over 170 animals altogether. Cats, dogs, and rabbits.
Rabbit.
A hedgehog as well.
A hedgehog. I didn't know about that.
I've had a hedgehog.
See, there are people like us.
There are crazy people everywhere. So I had a hedgehog. I had the 2 rabbits. The rabbits actually went out, they were Angora rabbits, so really beautiful. But it's an incredible amount of work. So I've got a great foster family who loves rabbits. So she's taken in the 2 rabbits. The 12 dogs have all been adopted out. And the cats, we've done nearly 100 adoptions this year, so cats
That is amazing.
and kittens. So yeah, that's been a lot, and I've had some amazing families. I've still got loads of great foster families as well that
You
help
won't
us
get
out.
down.
Yeah, he's got to play.
He doesn't want to be on camera anymore.
So, but yeah, they just come in from everywhere, and all the other associations are all full. So we're probably one of the only ones still taking in animals because they're just completely overwhelmed. So.
And the setup is amazing, and you're planning on doing more, aren't
Better.
you? Well, no, because this is a family home, so it's a bit like us. You know, Kate and her husband and her children all live here and are doing their best in a situation where, you know, they've got a lovely farm and a lovely home, and they've set aside parts of their home to look after these animals. And with cats especially, you know, like with Grace and Charlotte, when they came and they were put into quarantine straight away, Kate's got the same problem. So she's got cats in quarantine. You've got cats with what did
FIV.
you say? FIV,
Yeah.
which is
Cat AIDS, basically.
yeah. So you know, cats with like, you know, like compromised immune system. So she's having to keep them separate, and especially having the little kittens here. So the kittens actually have got the run of a house. They've got this lovely apartment up here that's, you know, beautifully clean and so well looked after and maintained. And you know, it's all to give these guys a chance. So the reason we are here is we're going to show you around, show you some of these beautiful cats. We're not taking any home. I have been told we're not allowed. Mr. P. Mittens was the last. But we're going to take you around, show you some of the cats, show you some of what Kate and her family do. And also you've got volunteers, haven't you? You've got a few volunteers that
We've
come.
got about 10 little volunteers that come and help us, which is really helpful because it's a huge amount of work. So yeah, they come and help us do all sorts of different things, looking after the cats. We do a lot of socialising. So we have what we call in English cat cuddling sessions, and I've got children come and do it, families, old retired people, so they'll come and just basically cuddle kittens to get them socialised, ready to go to their new homes, because a lot of, especially the kittens, come in as wild, so they need a lot of socialisation. So these guys, this one came in as they're all wild cats actually to begin with. So 2 or 3 weeks ago you couldn't get near them, but yeah, it doesn't take very long. It just takes a lot of time and patience.
Yeah, and then they go off to beautiful homes, and
They do.
100 cats. That's incredible that you managed to home that many.
It didn't realise I'd done all that many. Actually, I was counting the other day. I was like, wow, we've actually passed the 100 mark. So yeah, between the cats and dogs, we found some amazing homes as well, because we get lots of people coming back. I always, in the contract, I ask them to give us news on how they're doing, as well, and I just make sure that when they get adopted out, if they've got any problems, they can always contact us. We always take cats back if they need to, or we can you know, do anything like that. So we got lots of people sending us lovely photos of them in their new homes.
You need like a wall of fame.
Yes, I need to start putting up photos of all the ones that have been adopted out, and we've got them. These guys were born in a barn and things like that. We've got lots coming from barns and garages and stuff like that, and then a few weeks later we see them in a bed all covered in in duvets and stuff like that, or sleeping on people's sofas and stuff like that. So it's an amazing.
Yeah, no, so all of the hard work is so worth it.
Definitely worth it.
We know with the horses, it's, you know, it is hard work. I mean, to come here today, we were up at 5 o'clock this morning, out mucking out all the legends and doing all of the horses and that, you know, to come and spend some time here. And it is a huge amount of work, you know, and the amount of, you know, they are animals, they do mess, and you have to keep on top of it, and you keep on top of it. And it's just been, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. But we're going to go around the farm now. You can meet some of the other cats, and it's just been really, really lovely. And we'll talk a little bit more further on in the video. So see you soon. I'm taking this one home.
He's too cute, that one.
Thankfully, he's been homed.
From behind the camera, that's a definite no.
Okay, so we've just had a little sit down in the office, and I am here with only a mere tiny amount of cat passports, which is what you do when the cats arrive, don't you? So a lot of the cats, I must say children then, that'd be a lot of the cats. We've got enough of those between us, yeah. So the lovely cats all end up with one of these. If they haven't got one already, because maybe if the cat has been has a home and is lost, you find the cat, you can check with this, can't you? Which is
so if they're chipped already, I can scan them to make sure they're not already chipped. And then if they're not, then they get chipped when they come in, which is a legal obligation in France anyway. All cats, dogs and ferrets have to be chipped in France. It's all carnivores basically have to be chipped in France. So,
okay.
And that's the three main categories for that.
So each one of the cats has one of these, which has all of their vaccinations, and as you can see, there's a few here. And I think this is only a small.
It's only about a third of them. Yeah, not even a third of them actually. Yeah.
And to have this done, so let's just take the one kitten that I was holding earlier.
Yep.
He's a stray. He's been born in a barn. How much will it cost you personally to have that kitten leave here? Legally with
chipped
its
and
chipped
ID'd
and ID'd.
Because I do, the only legal obligation I have is to have them chipped and seen by a vet, so they have a certificate to leave with, say they've been seen by a vet. I actually, on top of that, I get them all vaccinated, wormed, treated for fleas and ticks, so it costs me about 200 just in vet's fees. Per kitten. Yeah,
or cat,
to get everything done that. And so for each kitten, I ask for adoption fees to help cover a part of it, but they're between 120 and 140 euros. So I cover about 2/3 of my vet's fees, and the rest is all at my charge. And that's if they come in and they leave relatively quickly and they're not ill in between time, because if they're ill or they stay for a long time and have a lot of food to put out, these guys were the ones that you were holding earlier. She had been ill twice, so 2 lots of vet bills. He was actually hospitalised for a few days as well, so he's probably cost me about 300 euros altogether.
Yeah, so it's cost you a lot more, and also in time.
Yeah, in time as well, yeah, because they were bottle fed as well, because they probably just in milk, each box of milk cost me about 20 euros, and they were going through about 3 boxes a week.
And also, isn't it right that especially with cats, is it sort of spring when you start to see?
It's basically, cats are seasonal, so this cat kitten season is from March till October usually. The trouble is with changing climate and everything, it gets warmer, so the season's getting longer and longer. So normally this kitten season finishes in October, but we've still got kittens arriving in December because of the warm weather, and then it normally starts again in March or April, but we've got kittens arriving in February because it's the winter's so short now, and it just lasts for longer and longer, so we should have a few months break, but we very rarely get it at the moment. So yeah, it's just unending and it just never ends.
No, so what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to put Kate's links in the description and on the top pin comment, and I'm also going to add all of her her GoFundMe and her fundraising platforms for you guys. So if you're into cats, or you want to help Kate along the way with this lovely, amazing thing that she's doing for these lovely cats, I'm going to add all the links in there. So please take a look. But we've got more cats to see, so if you come with us, we're going to go and have another look around. So let's go. These are your wild cats.
So these are feral cats that came in because they've been having kittens and stuff like that. So we've sterilised them all, and they've all been tested. And now, basically, there's 2, the little grey and white one and the little black
tabby one that's just behind her. Both need operations actually because they've come in. The little grey and white one's got an injured eye, which needs taking out. There's nothing we can do to save her eye. And for the moment it's stable, so we can leave it for a little while. But eventually she'll need to have the eye taken out to make her more comfortable and to avoid any risk of infection or anything like that. And the little cat that's behind her came in when she was about 6 months old. And we think she was hit by a car, but she's been limping a bit. And he said as long as she wasn't in any pain, we could leave her with the leg. But unfortunately, where she's put on a bit of weight, she's been eating rather well. She's actually starting to limp a lot, and I think the only thing we can do is, unfortunately, is take her leg off because she's starting to be a lot of pain. So we need to find finance for doing the 2 operations in the next few months, really. So.
They look very content in here. It's sort of
We're
like
sitting together.
It's like a wilderness, but inside.
Exactly,
They're safe,
yeah.
aren't they? But
Well,
they've got their trees and
exactly. Lots of people say that they're feral cats. They are feral cats, but no cat is really feral. In fact, they had to survive, so they've had very bad experiences with people. Quite often when they're feral cats, they get chased, they don't have enough to eat and things like that. So just the fact that they have somewhere safe, where they feel safe, where they've got plenty to eat, they feel quite safe. They're actually not aggressive at all. I can come in, they usually come up to me and ask for food, and they're very, very sweet. It's just the fact the conditions they were in made that they were wild cats, but they're not at all. They're very affectionate. And they just need time to build confidence in people because a lot of them have had bad experiences and stuff like that.
It's the same, and when we've got a pony, Captain Jack Sparrow, our most recent rescue. He was crazy when he came, like really quite aggressive and didn't want to know. But
it's just a question of confidence.
A bit of time, and they're completely different animals.
Because when we used to come in here before, the first few weeks when I came in, as soon as you open the door, you just see cats climbing the walls. They go in all directions. They were terrified. And now I can come in and they'll be by my feet. Usually they will hear by the door as I walk in. When there's people they don't know, they're obviously a little bit more wary. But the first few days, even when it was just me on my own, they were just climbing the walls as soon as I walked in.
Now they're like movie stars.
Yeah, so it's just a question of confidence, they feel very relaxed. They know I don't let anyone in here that hasn't already, that I haven't explained to everyone that they can't approach them, they can't look at them in the eyes. They need to just be very respectful. And the cats are fine with that, usually. But they know they're in confidence here. They know they're not going to someone's going to come in and attack them, because unfortunately feral cats usually are chased. So they feel really confident and they're quite relaxed about everything now.
They certainly are.
I
haven't got a worry in the world right now. Only you.
Yeah, exactly. That's always on me, so unfortunately. So, but they've completely changed the last few months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I used to walk in and you just see all these cats go running and they just go climbing up. They all used to be hiding up on that beam up there, and there's some of them even managed to climb all the way up on the stone walls. And they'd just be hanging on by their claws, and I was like, my God, they're going to fall. And that's how scared they were. And then within a few weeks, they're actually completely different cats.
A little bit of love, or a lot of loving.
A lot of love, and a lot of the time I don't even touch half of them. It's just giving them time and patience and letting them have confidence.
Yeah, and being around but not being threatened.
I basically let them go at their own speed. So if they want to be touched, I've got some now that come up to me. The one up there came from a petrol service station. And he was incredibly aggressive. He was in the cage and he'd throw himself against the side of the cages and stuff like that. And now he's the first one here. He's round my legs, he's purring and stuff like that. But I can't touch him unless he wants me to. So sometimes he'll let me touch him. And if he decided no...
sounds like a certain little Holly that we know, eh?
Yeah. But it's just a question of letting them take their time and letting them decide when they're ready that they want to be touched and stuff like that. But
you're doing a fantastic job.
I don't know about that, but I'm trying.
been a lovely, lovely visit, and I have to say I admire all your hard work. It is incredible. We have the mouse traps and 3 cats in the house, and that is enough for me on the cat side of things. But what an incredible job you're doing, and yeah, no, I really hope you guys love the visit, and obviously, as I say, all the links will be in the description and all the fundraisers. So yeah, please take a look, and again, thank you.
Because we could really do some help. So yeah, but just to be honest, we just did what we had to with everything that's coming in. So we just try our best. But yeah, it's been quite hard.
Yeah, and it's overwhelming, and it is overwhelming. Yeah. Mentally, it's overwhelming. Running an animal charity is, with any charity, with anything in the world at the moment, is overwhelming. But you know, we all have our own personal situations, and you know, you've chosen to take this one on and help these beautiful cats, and they're all so well cared for and loved, and 100 homed in a year. That is just incredible.
We've done quite well, yeah.
Amazing. So it was really lovely to meet you.
And
I'm
you,
sure
thank you very
we're going
much.
to come back, and
definitely
met a friend, another moon magical friend. So we'll see you very soon. Stay magical, our lovely friends, and we shall see you soon. Bye.